Someone looks excited. He knows that a class session is about to start, so he's excited, right? Um, this is why you should practice with your dog on a regular basis. Don't try to do every single day and then start to become irregular. Try to just manage it. Try to give yourself 3 days a week, because suddenly it's like you're adding a new habit to your daily routine. So do it gradually. So you can even start from 2 days a week and try to push it to 3 days a week, right? And your goal is to just have short sessions with him each day. So you can do 5 to 10 minutes of practicing within an enclosed space and another 10 to 15 minutes of taking a walk with him. Today I want to practice with him without the leash, because we're going to be working a lot on luring. I want you to understand the art of luring well and why it's important. We're going to be practicing his stay command as well. I want you to also understand why that is important, and also learn how to use that to correct his behavior. And so I don't want the leash to get in the way. I also want to use this opportunity to test his recall. So when he's distracted like that, Liger, yes, very good. And demonstrate how it is done. You notice that when I called him, as soon as he came in motion, I told him yes and rewarded. I'm not just going to call him, you come and I'll reward. The yes is very important. So the marker, I have to emphasize, super important. Don't ever take it for granted. When your dog offers any behavior that you like, you endorse it with the marker. Liger, yes, very good. You notice as soon as I got his attention, I said yes. And you notice as soon as I said his name, I got his attention. The reason I'm able to achieve that is because of this kind of practice. So sometimes what you need to do is just have your treats on you, be in your compound, and just ignore him. Just allow him to do what he wants to do. Whilst you ignore him, when he is distracted away from you, then you try to get his attention. Sometimes you get it immediately. Sometimes it will take some encouragement. Don't worry. Your goal is just to get it. And then once you get it, you mark it with yes, and you give him a treat. Then you ignore him again. When you have his attention, you don't mind him. As soon as you lose it, that's your opportunity to test it again. Then you test and you reward. Liger, yes, very good. Now also, if you notice, when I called this particular time, he didn't respond immediately. There was a short pause, and when that pause happened, I didn't bother to repeat myself. I just waited for him to respond. That teaches him to respond to one call. But if I kept repeating myself, then he would get used to waiting for repetitions before he responds. So you don't want to be repeating yourself. You want to get used to issuing a command only once, and then giving him the opportunity to think for himself, understand, make the choice, and then obey. And then you reward. That way it will become easier and easier for him. So I'm going to try again. Liger, yes, very good. You notice how invested he was in what he was doing, but as soon as he heard his name, he just stopped it completely and then came to me. To be honest, like when you look at it on surface value, it looks so simple and stuff. But trust me, if you don't do this kind of practice with him, you will not be able to achieve that. And if you are not consistent with it, you will not be able to achieve that. As good as it is right now, if you don't keep it up, you will definitely lose it. And I know you will keep it up. So I'm just emphasizing on the important things. That's the point of making this video. In the last video that I sent, I pretty much demonstrated him going through the things that are in the program. And of course, I've used the extra time to try to enforce that, like enforce things like the recall and everything. So this video is pretty much more for you, more to explain to you the way that you use those tools of engagement properly to get the best out of your dog. So we've talked about the recall. Now I'm going to go into luring and how important it is to practice that. Yes, good boy. So notice how I easily put him into a U-turn, sit, good, and got him to face the camera with me. And then I can easily get him out free and then get him to face me. Yes, very good. Now, I didn't move. This leg stayed exactly where it was. This leg is what gave way. Free. So that he has enough room to come back. I can turn him around and bring him back. Yes, very good. So that we're side by side. And then freeing him to come in front of me free. Yes, very good. Same thing. This leg doesn't move, it stays, right? Now, when you start, that might feel awkward, to be honest. So as simple as it looks, you need to consciously practice it so that it feels less and less awkward and feels very natural for you. And your goal is to be able to maintain your posture anytime you move him around. So you don't want to be free. You don't want to be moving your whole body and you have to walk all the way and bring him back. Sit. Because when you do that, you bring yourself closer to his level, so the respect is lower than when you stand your ground. So you want to maintain a posture of leadership all the time, and it helps when you're able to stand your ground. Free. Very good. Very good. Yes. So I have not moved from where I am. It is he who is doing the moving. So that's what luring essentially is all about. And it's important because the bigger your dog grows, the more you'll be able to use it to move him around. When you call him and he comes to you and you need him to sit on this side, then it's easy to get him there. Or on that side, it's easy to get him there. Or you need him to climb the stairs. Free. Good. Very good. Come. Let's go. Yes. Very good. Sit. Very good. Then it becomes easy. Come. Yes. Good boy. This way. No, come back. Come here. Yes. Sit. Yes. Very good boy. All right. Free. Yes. Good boy. So that's what luring is for. Now, for example, you notice climbing up the stairs, I had to encourage him a little bit more. And that encouragement is like speared by this. So when I have this, I can add that. Come. Yes. Good boy. Come. And this is like the direction. So rather, I think the word I was looking for was guided. That encouragement is guided by this. But when I don't have this and I'm just encouraging, you come, he's confused. He will be standing down there. He'll be wondering, what exactly am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to jump? Am I supposed to go around that way and he'll meet me? But when I use this to guide him, then he can follow that trail and then he can come up. Okay. And of course, sometimes in every new situation, you might need a little more encouragement than in the things he's already used to. Liger. Yes, very good. So again, notice I don't repeat. I would rather wait because he hears me loud and clear. It's just the energy that is invested into that is so much that sometimes as soon as he hears you, it's like he just needs to analyze it a little bit, remind himself that, hey, when he calls, I usually have to go and then move away from it, which is perfectly fine. So I would rather wait for him than repeat myself. Liger. Yes, very good. Very good. So we've talked about the recall, we've talked about luring. Now I want you to try to use the tools in interesting, fun ways. So a routine is very important. Come. So now, he knows how to sit. Very good. Good sit. Good boy. Down. No. Yes, very good. Good boy. So in this session, this is the first time that I've asked him to go down. And we've been doing a whole lot before that. So that is why it has taken him long to respond. Because it's like the mind is coming from every other thing to this now, right? Which is totally understandable. So in every session, you need sort of a warm-up. And so that is like his warm-up for the down command. So as we practice it more, then it gets better. His response is faster. Down. Yes, very good. And that's simply how their minds work. So you don't get frustrated. You don't start to feel uneasy and everything. You just allow the dog to be a dog and just continue to encourage and also have patience and allow them. Come. Very good. So I want you on this side. Sit. Good sit. Down. Yes, good. Down. Free. Yes, good boy. Sit. Good sit. Down. Yes, good. Down. Free. Yes, very good. So what I just did is a routine. So the routine is on my side, sit, lie down and free. In front of me, sit, lie down and free. I want you to build those kinds of routines with your dog. So it's like a fun activity. Free. So he comes this way. Yes, good boy. Sit. Yes, good sit. And then you reward. Down. Yes, good. Down. Reward. Free. Yes, good boy. Reward. Come. Yes, good boy. Sit. Yes, good sit. Reward. Down. Yes, good. Down. Reward. Free. Yes, good boy, and reward. So that's the routine. Get him on the side, get him to sit, lie down and free. Lure him to the front of you, get him to sit, lie down and free. Lure him back again to the side, get him to sit, lie down and free. Do it a few times on the right side, then you do it on your left side. Free. Good boy. Yes, sit. Yes, good boy. Very good. Down. Yes, good boy. Very good. Good boy. Free. Yes, good boy. Very good. Come. Sit. Yes, good sit. Very good. Down. Yes, good down. Very good. Free. Yes, good boy. Very good. Sit. Yes, good sit. Very good. Down. Yes, good down. Very good. Free. Yes, very good. Right? So you practice it on this side, you practice it on that side. You want him to get used to doing these things in different positions. Very important. So you build it as a routine. So that's the next important thing. You try to build a routine. You build a dynamic routine so that it helps his muscle memory. And that's pretty much a simple routine that you can do with him. So now that you're done with this, then the next thing is to practice a stay command with him. So with a stay command, come. Very good. Sit. Yes, good sit. So you practice it first in the sit position. Good sit. Very good. Very good. Yes, good boy. Very good. Free. Yes, good. And you make it very simple. So I ask him to sit. I don't go far away. I just walk from there, take a few steps back where he can see me, turn around, and then come in and reward him. And then free him. Now, when he sits, your marker for him to remain sitting is good sit. So, of course, as soon as he sits, you say yes first for sitting. But before you leave him, you tell him good sit before you leave. That is the enforcer. That's almost like you're telling him to stay. But in other words, you're reinforcing the action. That's why I don't say good boy, I say good sit to reinforce the action. And it's an opportunity for you to keep repeating the action so that he can assign his current action to the words coming out of your mouth more and more. And it will let the word sit have more and more meaning to him the more and more you use it. Come, good boy. This way. Yes. Sit. Yes. Good sit. So I would never walk away without saying good sit. And because you are building the relationship with him, you don't want to go too far and stress him out too much. Yes. Good sit. And when you reward him, you want to free him. Free. Very good. So you want to do this to practice so that you get comfortable doing it, and then you can begin to push the limits and then stretch it. So it's good to practice it in the sit position. Then also come in the down position. Sit. Yes, good sit. Down. Yes, good down. So this time I said what? Good down. Then I walk away. Not going too far. I'm not going anywhere. We are still in his view so he can see me. He's comfortable. He knows I'm coming back. It helps him to stay. Yes. Very good. And then I free him. Free. Good boy. Very important to free him afterwards so that he understands that it's not a punishment. He is going to get freed. So when you do that and you begin to get comfortable with it, then now you can stretch it and do it a number of times in a row. Sit. Yes. Good sit. So we're going to do a sit. I'm rewarding him when I come back and he's still there. But I'm not freeing him. What I'll do is I'll enforce it again. So yes. Then I enforce it. Good sit. And then I walk away from him again. If I turn and he's still there, I can even enforce it again. Yes, good sit. As I come back to him, I'm ready to enforce it a third time. Yes, good sit. And then I can walk away again. So I just did 3 in a row. I would recommend you start with 2 in a row and then you keep pushing it. You can do it 3 times. And then when you get very comfortable, you can even do it 4 times. Yes, good sit. And then you free him. Free. Yes, very good boy. Okay. Then the next is to do it in the down position as well. So come. Yes, good boy. Sit. Good sit. Down. Yes, good down. Same thing. So enforce it with good down and walk away. If I turn and he's still there, I can enforce it again. Yes, good down. And then when I get to him, yes, mark it and enforce. Good down. And then walk away again. Yes, good down. When I come back, mark it. Yes. No. How do you correct? As soon as he does the wrong thing, you say no. You wait for him to correct himself. And then yes. Good down. And then you walk away after marking and enforcing. Yes. Good down. Yes. Good down. So always enforce before you walk away with good down if he's in a down and good sit if he's in a sit. Yes, good down, very good. Even when I'm next to him, I'll say good down to enforce it before I free him. Free. Yes, good boy, very good. Good. So that's how you practice your stay with him. Okay, so now when it comes to getting him into his kennel, right? Now, when I come, the kennel is over there. So I stand away from the kennel and I get his attention. So there he is. Liger, Liger. Okay, he's peeing. So let me wait for him to finish peeing. Good. Liger, come. Good. Inside. So I say inside and I stand my ground. I don't move until he goes in. No. No. Inside. Yes, very good. And then I go and shut the door. So when you're asking him to go inside, you need to be firm. And then he goes in. Yes, good boy. Now when I want him to get out of the kennel, sit. Yes, when he sits, yes, good sit. I open the kennel. He's expected to remain until I free him. Yes, good boy. So I wait a while to make sure he understands that. And then I free him. Free. Yes, good. Very good boy. Very good. And then he can run around and do what he wants. So when it's time to go back in, simply I stand my ground, get his attention. Inside. Point at the kennel and he goes inside. Very good. Good boy. Good boy. He stays inside. I shut the gate. And that's it. Very simple. So we've demonstrated how to use it to get him out of his kennel. And I've also shown you how to get him inside the kennel. Good evening. So now I'm going to demonstrate how you use it to get him out of the house each time when you're taking a walk. So when you do these things the right way, you improve that relationship more and more. The relationship of dog handler, the relationship of follower and leader. So he will always be looking up to you for approval. You notice when I let him out of the kennel, he comes out, he comes in front of me, he's looking at me. It's like he's asking me, so what do we do next? So these exercises will help improve that more and more. And then obviously will help improve the recall. So we walk up to the gate, sit, get him to sit. And then as soon as he sits, yes, good sit. Always remember to mark. Then I make sure there's a good distance between us and the gate so I can swing the gate open. Very good. When I swing it open, I want the gate to be wide open so that he has the option of getting up and running out. He can see it. That's freedom out there. He can go out, but he has to stay. So when he stays like that, it's a loose leash. I'm not holding him down or anything. And then we've been here a while and he's still there. Then I know that he understands what he's doing. Then I free him. Free. Yes. Good. You notice that even when I free him, I mark it. So as soon as he gets up, I say yes. So when we step out, together we can shut the gate and then we can take our walk. So yeah, let's go. Good boy. Inside. Let's go. Yes, very good. So that's the whole idea. So if we want to shut the gate, it's the same thing. Sit. Very good. So I'm using leash pressure here. Sit. Yes, very good. Good sits. I mark it. Keep him there whilst he's sitting. Shut the gates. Come back and grab my leash. He's still there like a good boy. Then I free him. Free. Let's go. And then we can go back to our kennel. So that's how you get him in and out of the house as well.